evening to you all. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur, have organized World Record Series 2. Today there is 235th session of the series, and the keynote speaker for today's session is on dais, Dr. Shaikh Musak Rajjak sir. So I welcome to you, sir, for the series for today's session.
Thank you, sir.
I welcome the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Bedkar sir. I welcome the colleagues, faculty members of my college, and also I heartily welcome all those dear participants. The topic for today's presentation is Foreign Travelers and Indian History. Now this topic is going to present, as I have mentioned, Dr. Shaikh sir, who is an associate professor in history, serving at Maulana Azad College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Aurangabad. So with this brief introduction, now I request you, sir, please start your presentation on the topic Foreign Travelers and Indian History. You are most welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Is it visible, sir, my slide?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Visible and audible. Yes, sir.
Thanks, sir. First of all, I am very thankful to Principal Dr. Bedkar MM sir of Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa Latur to give me this opportunity about present my research on foreign travelers and Indian history. This is the title of today's lecture. What is the meaning of foreign travelers or travelogues? The travelers or the visitors who visited India or any country, or any foreign country from our motherland are known as travelers. A traveler is a truthful account of an individual person or experiences or his or her past. And he wrote in his diary, account, or letters or journal, these text or material known as travel accounts or travel log in literature language, and in our history language. I belong to history, that's why in our history subject or history language we know it is as foreign travelogues or foreign travelers account, and it used as source of history of India for study of Indian culture, study of Indian past, or the Indian knowledge system in ancient India or in medieval India or in modern India. First, we can discuss what is travelogue. It means, just as I said, the travel writings of any person who come from a foreign country or from abroad. And he wrote about his experiences, about his travel, the mode of travel or journey or voyage by ship, boat, by camel or horseback, like that. And he noted his experiences about the people, the land, the culture of particular area. And he wrote as his or her experiences, her taste of food, or his or her the area, like that. And these dialogues known as the experience of individuals, data, journey, and living place. And when he came back to his land, he wrote in his diary or published as a book, which translated into many various languages and published as travelogue, or we can say in Marathi Pravas Varnan, or in Hindi Safarnama, like that. And these all things or all material we historians or history people use as source of Indian history. These travelogues or travel accounts or foreign travelers account known as travelogues and published in various manners, various types or kinds, like travel books, travel diaries, travel journals, articles in various magazines like that. And cartographical data means map of India or South Asia during ancient period, map of world, discovery of especially during Renaissance area. The English people or literature people can know the Renaissance happened in 15th and 16th century in modern Europe. And during that period, the people like Columbus, Vasco da Gama, Magellan discovered new lands, new sea routes to reach Europe, new countries from Europe to America, Caribbean islands, Latin America or South American continent, or West Indies. We can call it West Indies. Columbus thought it is the part of west part of India, but then he discovered new land known as America after Amerigo Vespucci. Like that, Vasco da Gama came to India by Cape of Good Hope to reach Kozhikode or Calicut, today's Malabar coast of Kerala, like that. These all travelogues, the experience of navigators, the experience of sea sailors, merchants, traders, diplomats, ambassadors, bookkeepers, religious missionaries, especially from Christian world to Eastern world, African world, Asian world, Oriental world, like that. And these all travelogues, the experiences written print and text form or manuscript form now in archives in Europe or in International Museum in Delhi, like that. These all travelogues we found today in form of books, diaries, journal, articles, cartographical maps, old maps, new after printing press, discovery of innovation of printing press, the printed maps, letter collections, narrated autographies of the persons who visited India or Persia or China or Eastern world from Europe to Indian Ocean world or Oriental world. Some paintings or portraits also give us the information about the culture, the society, the economy of Eastern world or South Asia or Indian subcontinent from the from the eyes or views or experiences of foreign travelers who came to India during ancient period, during medieval period, during modern period, especially early modern period, means period of East India Company who started invade India and ruled India between 1757 to 1858. Then Britishers ruled on India by Parliament or Crown. The Queen ruled on India from 1858 to 1947. These all history from ancient to early modern or independence of India till independence of India covered in travelogues. The travelers. Okay, sir, no problem. Okay, sir. Then these modern travelers, visitors came from France, Italy, Germany, United Kingdom, or England, like that. And these all people wrote their experiences in these forms, books, diaries, like that. Then you can see this slide. The Dutch voyager or traveler came from the Netherlands to India, and he painted this painting. You can see on this slide in his book in between 1566, and he was visited Kerala, Goa, and he was bookkeeper or bookseller in Goa, Cochin, Mahe region of Portuguese colonies in west coast of India. Like missionaries, he visited these places in India, and when he came back to go back to his land, Holland or Dutch land means today's the Netherlands, he published his work, and this painting included in his book as the culture of India. One side he painted the temple, and another side is the mosque, the Kerala style or coastal Malabar style mosque. These all paintings or books or diaries give us the information about Indian culture, Indian history from 17th century to modern period, 19th century. This is the map of Mughal Empire. You can see the development of Mughal Empire, and these all Mughal places covered in various foreign travelers accounts and their experiences. first famous foreign traveler or foreigner came to South Asia or Indian continent area was Marco Polo in early modern or medieval period, and he was from Venice, a merchant. He visited the as a trader or merchant to Silk Route, Central Asia, India, China, and Southeast Asia. During Yuan dynasty in China, during Persian Empire in Persia, and during our in India that time Sultanate period in Delhi, and he explain his experiences wrote in the book named as The Travels of Marco Polo, which translated into available into today in Hindi also, in Marathi also, in English also. These all experiences he narrated his experience about the trade from Reshimi Marg or Silk Route from Central Asia to China, and the Silk Route touch of northern Afghanistan, today's Punjab, and Kashmir region. And these experiences he published in his book Travels of Marco Polo, and we can find the explanation of Indian culture, the cloth, silk cloth, spices of India, and Chinese porcelain, gunpowder from China, paper currency from China, Asian plant, different type of food from India, different type of animals, especially elephant, rhinoceros, and the Orient map means Orient means with the people of Asia or South Asia, known as Oriental people from Europeans view. They say us Eastern world or Oriental world. These all things covered in Marco Polo's travel account, and this travel account useful for our history research or historical study in 13th century Indian history. This is the map how Marco Polo traveled from Venice to Middle East, Ottoman Empire, then Persia, Bandar Abbas, Persian Gulf, from Persian Gulf to Afghanistan, Pakistan, or that today's Pakistani Punjab, and then from Central Asia to China, Yuan dynasty, and from China to Burma, Vietnam, then Southeast Asia, Laos, Malaysia, Jakarta, Sumatra Islands, and from there to Ceylon, and from Ceylon to Malabar coast means Kerala, today's Kerala, and then back to Arabian Sea, Persian Gulf, Bandar Abbas, Basra to Europe or Venice. This voyage, his voyage is noted and published and very useful for historians of Indian history. Then second famous traveler who is from Arabian land, Ibn Battuta. His full name was Ibn Battuta Abu Abdullah Muhammad, and he was from Morocco or Maghribi Africa, means northern Africa, known as in Arabic Maghrib, the region of west part of Africa, or for us northern part, Saharan desert part of Moroccan part of Africa. And he traveled for 13 years from Morocco to Arabia, and from Arabia to South Asia, means Indian subcontinent, and from Indian subcontinent to China, Central Asia, and back to Morocco. And his book, known as Al Rehla, which is available in Hindi also today, and in Marathi also, in English translation also available, and the English translation known as The Marvels of Traveling. Al Rehla means the travel, or we can say in Hindi, safar, pravas karne. This book, this volume, Al Rehla, also cover the South Asian land, the Indian culture, especially during Muhammad bin Tughlaq in Delhi. He visited Delhi during Muhammad bin Tughlaq, 13th century Sultanate India, and he noted about the society, culture, economy of Indian subcontinent. He explained the structure or building of Qutub Minar in today's Mehroli area of Delhi. He explained about the Daulatabad Fort. He explained about the west coast of India, means Kerala, Malabar coast, and spice trade. From Kerala, Calicut port, he went to Ceylon, and then by sea route to China. These all experiences noted in Ibn Battuta's travel account Al Rehla. You can see the map of Ibn Battuta, the travel of Ibn Battuta from Spain, Morocco to Middle East, and from Middle East to Central Asia, then Sultanate India, Delhi, Konkan coast, Kerala, and Ceylon to China, and back to Arabia or Morocco. This all experiences he noted in Al Rehla book. Then third famous traveler or navigator or sea sailor, Christopher Columbus. He was first European who reached Caribbean islands or West Indies islands in America, discovered the sea route beyond Atlantic Ocean from Europe to America. His name is new land as West India or West Indies island. Then Amerigo Vespucci, his another companion, who sailed all eastern coast of northern American continent, and then his after his four voyages, the land known as America after name of Amerigo Vespucci. But the sea route discovered by first sailed by Christopher Columbus. That's why we say Columbus discovered the route to West Indies and America. And he was originally from Italy, and then he joined Spanish court and he explored the new sea routes for India. He tried to reach India, but he reached beyond Atlantic Sea to America. His experiences, his account published as Voyages Across the Atlantic Ocean, which give us the information about the ideas or the ambitions of European people, European royal families or dynasties for trade to India, especially Indian Ocean world, India, Indonesia, Malaya Islands for spice trade. Then for China, to Silk Route for silk, cloth, and other medicinal things or grains trade. These all things written form or published in Voyages Across the Atlantic Ocean. This is the map how he traveled or navigated from Atlantic Ocean to Caribbean Sea, West Indies, and American coast, and back to Europe. Then next is Chinese traveler, who was Chinese Muslim mariner or explorer, and also a court member or diplomat from Ming Dynasty of China during 14th and 15th century. His name was Zheng He Muhammad Shams. He know Arabic, Persian, Chinese language. That's why Ming rulers of China appointed him for trade relations with Arabia, trade relations with South Asia or Indian subcontinent, and trade with Java, Sumatra, Indonesia, Malaya Islands. And he traveled all Indian Ocean, China Sea, Arabian Sea to Persian Gulf and back to towards Egypt or Misr, Red Sea, and back to China. And his narratives give us the information about Sultanate India, coastal Malabar region of Kerala, and coastal Bengal, today's Dhaka or today's West Bengal coast. And he wrote about the rice trade of India during Sultanate period, about grains, other grains, medicinal plants, spices from Kerala, Malabar coast. These all things covered in his travel account, which give us the information about 14th and 15th century Indian culture, Indian economy. This is all I named it, numbered it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like European region, beyond Egypt, then Middle East, Central Asia, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. All this geography or regions covered by his voyages and his writings. You can see during this the Bahmani Empire, then the Nizam Shahi, Berar, Bari Shahi, Qutub Shahi. These all political dynasties during the travel of Zheng He in South Asia or Indian subcontinent. Now another next traveler or sailor or navigator was Vasco da Gama. He discovered a new sea route beyond the periphery of Africa from west side to east side, or Cape of Good Hope, to reach Calicut or Malabar coast or Kerala, today's Kerala. And he was first European who reached by sea route, new sea route from Indian Ocean to Kerala, and he was from Portugal country, and he gave us the Europeans gave the new sea route from Africa. His contribution was the Portuguese political power, especially Portuguese missionaries came to India and ruled or captured Mahe, Cochin in Malabar coast, and Goa in Konkan or west coast of Maharashtra. And he was appointed as governor of Portuguese colonies in India also. His contribution for economic trade from European world, especially Portugal, Spain to India, and another contribution is establishment of Portuguese power before British rule in India. But the Britishers came late, but they captured more land of India after 17th century. This is the sea route how Vasco da Gama came to Kozhikode or Calicut from Cape of Good Hope. Another next traveler is Russian traveler whose name was Afanasi Nikitin. He came around 1472 to India during Sultanate and during Deccan Shahis in South India or in beyond Narmada River. He was from Russia and traveled to Deccan or Konkan coast of our south part of India, Ahmednagar, Nizam Shahi, and Maratha region of West Maharashtra. And he was a merchant, and he came from Twar town of Russia to Deccan. He visited Surat, Chaul Port, Dabhol Port, Kongan region, then Ahmednagar, Daulatabad, Golconda, means today's Hyderabad, these all things, and came back from Konkan to Persian Gulf and from Persian to Iran and Iran to Twar, Russia, his mother town. His book, The Journey Beyond Three Seas, means Caspian Sea, then Persian Gulf, and Arabian Sea. The Journey Beyond three seas, translated from Russian language to English, and it gives us the information about 15th century Indian culture, economy, especially Hindu society, Muslim society during Bahmani period, during Deccan Shahis, during Maratha period, Maratha region of West Maharashtra. Then the economy, the trade goods, especially spices, cloth trade, and the status of women, especially royal women, how royal women in Shahis, in Deccan, how the common woman life in common people, especially village, rural life, he narrated in his travel account. This is the travel map, how he came from Twar town to Deccan and how he came back from Konkan coast to Russia or Twar town. This is Maratha country or Shivaji Maharaj area, Western Maharashtra especially. He narrated about Marathi people, Maharashtra also. Another next traveler or sailor is Rais Ali Sidi Syed Hussain. He visited to India, especially Mughal India and Gujarat, Nawab region and Makrana kingdom during 15th and 16th century. He was Ottoman Turkish admiral and navigator, and he was busy in Indian Ocean for the security of Ottoman trade from Portuguese pirates in east part of Africa and is in west part of India from Gujarat to Ceylon and from Persian Gulf to today's Ethiopia or Red Sea. Because Portuguese power in Goa and Kerala tried to loot or sack the trade ships of Ottoman Empire, and he visited Makrana Kingdom, Gujarat, and Mughal India during his military campaigns or during his defense of Ottoman traders from Portuguese pirates. And he wrote the book Mirat ul Mumalik. Mumalik means in Hindi you can say मुल्क, उर्दू में कहते हैं मुल्क मतलब देश या कंट्री. Mirat ul Mumalik, the mirror of countries. He visited number of countries during his journey from Persian Gulf to Arabian Sea, from Arabian Sea to Indian Ocean world, Malay, Lakshadweep, Ceylon, and east coast of Africa, and Red Sea means today's Egypt and Yemen and Oman region, Muscat. These all ports and coastal areas he traveled or he sailed by sea routes, and he wrote all experiences about Mirat ul Mumalik, about South Asia, navigation techniques, compass, use of compass for directions during the night, and sun and moon calendar, wind and sea currents, and map of Ottoman Kingdom and map of other Eastern world for trade purpose. These all things covered in his book, his travel account in Turkish language. And then This book also today available in German, English, Urdu, Bengali, French, Russian, and Arabic language because this book is very important for the study of Ottoman Empire and the study of 15th and 16th century history in Arabian side and also in Indian side, especially pre-modern period, Portuguese period, when Portuguese invaded Goa and established their colonies in Kerala, Malabar coast, like that. Then another next traveler was from France, Jean de Thévenard. He visited 17th century India, especially Qutub Shahi in Deccan and Mughal Empire in North India. And he traveled entire India from Surat to Junnar, Ahmednagar, then Aurangabad, Burhanpur, then Golconda, Hyderabad, then Kolhapur, South India, and in northern India, he visited Burhanpur to Agra, Bhopal, Delhi, and back to Surat, and from Surat to back to Surat, from Surat to back in France. He was a naturalist, nature scientist, botanist. He collected many specimens of plants from India, leaves, flowers, and wrote about the nature, ecology, especially environment or ecology of India during Mughal and Qutub Shahi Deccan region. He narrated his book, The Voyage to Thevenard in Indies Orientals, in French language. Indies Oriental means east part. Indies means India in French language. This book also available in today in English language also, and his experiences about the culture, about the monuments, especially he narrated in his book about Daulatabad or Devgiri Fort of Aurangabad. He narrated about the port trade activities of Konkan, Surat, Dabhol, Chaul, and the court of Mughals in Agra, and the court of Golconda or Hyderabad's Qutub Shah's court. He all things narrated in his travel account. Today it available in English also. Next, a traveler or diplomat who visited India during Akbar period, Mughal India, Sir Thomas Roe. He was English scholar, member of House of Commons in London during Elizabeth Queen, and he visited as an ambassador, representative of England to Mughal court Akbar for trade license or permission of trade with Mughal India. He visited Surat and Agra, and also he visited Gujarat, Rajasthan, Ajmer, and he wrote his notes or letters, collected letters published as in the volume of English Factory Records by East India Company in London. And his all written material give us the information about the royal life of Akbar or Mughal court and the trade, especially because they were interested for trade relations with Mughal India. That's why they came after Portuguese for trade to India. These all things we can read in the English factory records. The next French traveler who visited 17th century India was Jean de Baptiste Tavernier. He was gemstone trader and he visited India for 6 times, Iran and India, between 1630 to 1668. And these six visits, he traded the gemstones, especially diamond, gold, and semi-precious stones, emerald, ruby, like. And these all semi-precious or precious stones, he traded from Deccan, Qutub Shahi Deccan, and northern Mughal region of North India to Europe and especially France. He was court member of 14th Louis in Paris. He was merchant. He was gemologist, means the expert of jewelry and diamond and other semi-precious stones. And he collected the specimens or diamonds or stones from India and trade or sell in European world. His voyages or his visits, 6 times he visited India and Iran, and these books published into French, English, and Italian language during his lifetime, because his accounts or his trade explanations about trade with India was very important for European merchants or French East India Company, English East India Company, and Dutch East India Company, because these all companies came to India for trade for economic purpose. This is the published book of Voyages of Traveler in French language, and this is the Traveler in Indian costume or Persian costume when he visited to India or Persia or Iran. These all material I have used these sources or websites for my presentation. Thank you very much for listening me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful presentation. Now I request all the participants, if you have any query, please come ahead and ask your queries. Sir will answer it. Dear participants.
So if I may go ahead, I have some requirements, sir. The information that you have shared is extremely useful, and if you could share the links or the names of the books and the references in the chat box, that will really help us. Thank you.
Okay, madam. First is the basic book is written by Kaul H.K. The Indian Anthology by Travelers India, published by Manohar, New Delhi. Okay. Okay, yeah. This is basic book. Yeah, yes. Thank you, madam. The subject is related to English literature also and related with the history also for as a source for a literary tradition from medieval and early modern India. Then these things used by literary persons, especially from English literature and historians also. The literature students also use these things, travel accounts as their further study for their research also.
Dr. Swanand Shukla, sir, please.
Hello, Dr. Dr. Bedkar sir, Principal sir, Prashant sir, and sir, wonderful presentation we had today, and number of historical aspects are also there, and without much transport, also how many people travel to distant parts. That is also great to know. So they were having lot many patients. Nowadays, the distance has narrowed in minutes to hours, not in a days and months like what people used to do that. So it was their great efforts. They made a voyage and went to that places. And a very important thing is, that time we were not having any kind of internet or any laptop or any kind of this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They could write so many things, and they have described so many things, and they have not learned only the geography over there, but the education, the culture, and various aspects people try to learn. I think that is a kind of a university. When we travel to some place, we get some knowledge, and we really enhance our intelligence about those places. So that is a great thing. So thank you very much, sir. Wonderful presentations you had given today. My question is very important question. Is when we are making a study of various parts of the world, it has been I have just going through the various parts. Like I'm belongs to medical field. So in India, we are having the 5 principles like what we call it as Vayu means air, water,
Panchamahabhuta.
and Panchamahabhuta. And same thing, similar kind of thing was there with the Greek people also. So maybe, there was some kind of a give and take policy was there. But there is no strong evidence that, this kind of knowledge, because it was universal, that particular knowledge was universal throughout. So how it has gone to that place, that is also a big question always arises in my mind when we are making a study of history of medicine. So what do you think about this, sir? Thank you.
I think, sir, in Sushruta or in Bhaskaracharya or in other Greek travel accounts from Megasthenis Indica to the geography of Ptolemy, we can find these links. But I am not now confirm about it. I have to also search the links, such links, because many are Panchatantra, the Arabian Night stories or the Panchatantra stories or Jatak Kathas of Buddhist literature translated into Arabian language and Persian language during Hammurabi and Harun al-Rashid, ruler of Baghdad and Iran. These all literature and the stories reached to Iranian and Arabian world during ancient and medieval period. That's that link also we can find by this task or avenues like Ayurveda, Unani, and medicinal knowledge system of ancient India in Sanskrit language, and the medicinal or Unani language in Persian or Arabic literature. But we have to find it. It is very challenging venture.
Yes, correct, sir. What you said is correct. Code of conduct was given by King Hammurabi and Babylon. He was a king of Babylon. And similar things you'll find literatures are there in the other part of the world also at the same, when we study the same time.
We have to study.
So that is one of the greatest thing. I think that is because of this, what people are doing, voyage and visiting various places. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your wonderful explanation.
Thanks.
Dr. Surya Vyas sir.
नमस्कार जी, मैं जोधपुर से सूर्य प्रकाश व्यास बोल रहा हूँ। मैं पूछना चाहता था कि आपने जो इन यात्रियों, विदेशी यात्रियों के का जो वर्णन किया है, उसमें हमको जो है मतलब ये जो भारत में जो है जाति जो सिस्टम था वो उनके आने के पहले था या अंग्रेजों के बाद में जो है ये हुआ, इसके बारे में क्या जानकारी मिलती है? और दूसरा, राज्यों के जो सैन्य संगठन है उसके बारे में कोई विस्तृत जानकारी मिलती है क्या? नमस्कार।
मिलती है सर। नमस्कार सर। मिलती है सर। जाति व्यवस्था तो प्राचीन समय से भारत में थी, जाति व्यवस्था, और उसको पोर्तुगीजों ने कास्ट कहा है। जहां पर यूरोप में क्लास यूज होता है, वर्ग या क्लास, अमीर तबका या गरीब तबका, वैसे इंडिया में उन्होंने जो जाति व्यवस्था है, ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य, शूद्र, उसको उन्होंने कास्ट वर्ड यूज किया है, CASTE कास्ट, और उन्होंने उसके बारे में लिखा है। हाँ
सर, ये तो वर्ण व्यवस्था थी सर।
जी। तो मेगास्थनीज है या अब्दुल रज्जाक थे जो पर्शिया से इंडिया आए थे विजयनगर एम्पायर के साम्राज्य के टाइम पे, उन्होंने यहाँ पर डायरेक्ट वो वर्ड यूज नहीं किया है वर्ण या जाति। उन्होंने कहा है कि यहाँ पर व्यवसाय आधारित लोग हैं जो अलग अलग एरिया में अर्बन सेटअप है, शहरी या रूरल सेटअप है, वहां पर रहते हैं। जैसे कि हम मराठी में कहते हैं आलूतेदार बलूतेदार इन महाराष्ट्र, तो जो अलग अलग काम करते हैं, गोल्ड स्मिथ है, सोना का काम करता है, लकड़ी का काम करने वाला सुतार है, या फिर पॉटर है जो कुम्हार काम, मट्टी काम करता है। तो ऐसा उन्होंने जाति का नाम नहीं लिया, लेकिन कहा है कि पर्टिकुलर क्लासेस और पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटीज live these areas and worked for this small scale industry or production of some crafts or artifacts or tools. ऐसा उन्होंने उनके पर्शियन ट्रैवलॉग में लिखा है। अब्दुल रज्जाक ने लिखा है, उसके बाद मेगास्थनीज ने भी लिखा है। हम ढूंढ सकते हैं सर, है उसके बारे में है सर, हम ढूंढ सकते हैं, और कुछ पब्लिश भी हुआ है अभी तक। थैंक्स सर।
Thank you, Honorable Dr. Swami Shukla sir, Surya Prakash sir. Please welcome.
नमस्ते सर। सर, जैसे सूर्य सर ने पूछा है कि जाति की जो यहाँ पर व्यवस्था है, आपने बताया कि भारत में कम्युनिटी मतलब अलग अलग काम करने का वर्णन मिलता है। क्या विदेशों में भी ऐसा मिलता है कहीं पर? मेरा ये सर, इसी को आगे बढ़ाऊंगा।
सर, विदेशों में तो जन्माधारित जाति व्यवस्था नहीं है, लेकिन वहां पर क्लास स्ट्रगल है सर, क्लास स्ट्रगल। जैसा कार्ल मार्क्स ने कहा है, देयर इज नो हिस्ट्री बट क्लास स्ट्रगल। कि गरीब और अमीर का झगड़ा यानी कि इतिहास है, ऐसा कार्ल मार्क्स ने उसके जो ये है फिलोसफी है हिस्ट्री के बारे में उसमें कहा है। तो वैसे यूरोप में हमें मिलता है कि वहां पर जब औद्योगिकरण हुआ है 15th और 16th सेंचुरी के बाद, जब स्टीम इंजन आया, भाप से चलने वाले मशीन आए, कपड़ा फास्ट बनने लगा, बोट जो थी पहले चप्पू से चलती थी या कपड़े से चलती थी, बाद में वो कोल के स्टीमर से चलने लगे फास्ट, तो ट्रेड का स्पीड बढ़ा। तो उस समय पर जो अमीर कैपिटलिस्ट या भांडवलदार वर्ग है वो और अमीर हुआ, और जो गरीब तबका था जो एज ए लेबर या कामगार कारखानों में काम करते थे, इंडस्ट्रीज में, वो वैसे ही गरीब रह गए। उसलिए बाद में कार्ल मार्क्स ने उनके ऊपर सरप्लस इनकम या थ्योरी ऑफ कैपिटलिज्म, दास कैपिटल नाम की किताब लिखा। वहां पर जाति आधारित तो वर्ग नहीं है, लेकिन वहां पर व्यवसाय आधारित या जो क्लास है अमीर और गरीब, जो इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन है, कैपिटलिज्म का डेवलपमेंट है, इसके आधार पर सर वहां पर वर्ग है। तो वो हमें वहां के साहित्य में मिलता है सर। धन्यवाद सर।
धन्यवाद सर।
सर एक मिनट, मैं ये कहना क्योंकि मतलब जो कार्य करते थे उसी के आधार पर बाद में जातियां डेवलप हो गई उनके व्यवसाय के आधार पर, ऐसा हो सकता है सर? धन्यवाद सर।
यस सर, हो सकता है सर, यस सर, हो सकता है। उस पर और संशोधन हमें करना पड़ेगा, हो सकता है, सही बात।
सर भारत में पहले ट्रैवलर करने वाला व्यक्ति कौन था सर? Which foreign traveler first came to India?
If you reach to ancient literature, we find first is Megasthenes. He was ambassador of Seleucus Nicator, the Greek ruler of Syria or Middle East, from Syria to the court of Chandragupta Maurya, grandfather of Ashoka the Great, and he noted his book in Greek language as Indica, Indica. Indica means about India or the account of beyond Indus River. सिंधु नदी के पार वाला जो हिंदुस्तान है या इंडिया है, इंडिका, वो इंडस बोलते थे सिंधु नदी को, तो इंडिका, तो वो हमारे इतिहास में पहला प्रमाणित प्रवासी माना जाता है, इंडिका का मेगास्थेनिस।
सर लेकिन इंडिका अब तो अनुपलब्ध है ना सर?
कुछ रेफरेंसेस है सर उसके, जो प्लिनी नाम का ग्रीक हिस्टोरियन है, प्लिनी है, उसके बाद टॉलेमी है, जिन्होंने उनकी किताब लिखी है ज्योग्राफी, उसमें उनके रेफरेंसेस मिले हैं इंडिका के, जो बाद में हमारे पास सर जो विलियम जोन्स थे, ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी के ऑफिसर कलकत्ता में, उन्होंने 1787 में एशियाटिक सोसाइटी बनाई थी, और उनको ग्रीक भी आती थी, संस्कृत भी आती थी, पर्शियन भी आती थी, तो उन्होंने वहां का जो ग्रीक लिटरेचर है वो इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेट किया और कहा कि ये जो किताब है जो मेगास्थेनिस ने लिखी थी इंडिका, उसके कुछ रेफरेंसेस हमें टॉलेमी के ज्योग्राफी बुक में मिलती है, और अदर प्लिनी है जो ग्रीक इतिहासकार है, उनके इतिहास में मिलती है, विथ द हिस्ट्री ऑफ अलेक्जेंडर द ग्रेट हु विजिटेड इंडिया ड्यूरिंग BC 323। तो अलेक्जेंडर के बाद जो उनके गवर्नर थे सेल्यूकस निकेटर, उनको चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य ने हराया था। तो ऐसे रेफरेंसेस उनको इंडिका के जरिए वहां पहुंचे ग्रीस में, और ग्रीस की बुक्स में विलियम जोन्स को मिले, तो उन्होंने वो सब जमा किए और फिर रिपब्लिश किए एज ए इंडिका। तो ओरिजिनल मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट तो नहीं मिली सर, आपका सही ये था क्लेम, ओरिजिनल मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट तो नहीं मिली, लेकिन उसके संदर्भ रेफरेंसेस मिलते हैं।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
थैंक्स सर।
Anybody would like to ask or move forward? So thank you, Dr. Swami Shukla sir, Surya Prakash sir, and Musi Pillai madam, and Jaivir Singh sir. Now I request the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M.M. Betkar sir. Sir, please come ahead and give some concluding words for today's session, please.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Thanks, sir. Yes, sir. Nice. Thanks, sir. Mm. 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 Yes. Yes. धन्यवाद सर. Thank you, sir. Thanks. Please.
Thank you, sir. Now I move towards the vote of thanks. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur, in Maharashtra, is organized World Record Series 2. Today was 235th session of the long series. And the resource person for today's session was with us Honorable Dr. Shaikh Musak Rajjak sir from Aurangabad, Maulana College. And the topic he has presented by Honorable sir, foreign travelers and Indian history. Now this topic is regarding the history and historical places and all geographical details, where sir have explained all those things. Really, Honorable sir have brought the Indian history in front of us. Foreign travel, then what is travelogue, types of travelogues, then different travel routes. Then one new things I have understood today that which I have not read in any books in history, etc. That who was Ibn Battuta and when did he travel to India? Why did he decided to travel to India? Now these things were new for us, but sir have explained it very nicely, sincerely. Really, it was very informative session, sir. You highlighted all those points which we never heard before or even not read in the textbook. So thank you so much. You brought
Thanks.
this Indian history in front of us. Thank you so much. Then I thanks to the chief organizer of the series, Honorable our ideal principal sir, M.M. Betkar sir. I thanks the colleagues from my college, Dr. Sanjay Kale sir, Dr. Anita Doli madam, Honorable Praveen Utge sir, and all others. Special thanks to Dr. Swani Shukla sir, Surya Vyas sir, Surya Prakash sir, then Jaivir Singh sir, Malti Pillai madam. And should not forget all those dear participants who join the series regularly, encourages us, always motivates us, and enhance the beauty of the series. So thanks to you all once again. We are running the series only with your kind cooperation and the supports. Dear participants, be promptly regular on time. We expected your kind cooperation in the series. So thank you so much. Now I request all the participants, please fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. So with the kind permission of the chief organizer of the series, I declare today's session is over. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Shaikh sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I forgot to name Sonu Kumar sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
सर धन्यवाद ज्ञापन के बाद तो कुछ बोलने को नहीं रह जाता है, लेकिन सर आपने बहुत अच्छी एक जानकारी दी है। मैंने यूट्यूब के माध्यम से उसे मैं सुन रहा था। मैं कुछ देर पहले ही मैं निकला हूँ, क्योंकि नवरात्रा का महीना चल रहा था सर, और नवरात्रा का 9 दिन मैं फास्टिंग में इधर मैं पूजा पाठ में व्यस्त था। तो इधर मैं कुछ दिनों के बाद से निकला हूँ। और प्रशांत सर आप देख भी पा रहे होंगे, मैं इधर अपडेटिंग में भी कमी है हमारी, लेकिन दशहरा का समय शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से बीत भी गया और प्रशासनिक तंत्र को भी कुछ हमसे हेल्प चाहिए थी, तो हमने लगातार उनके साथ जुड़कर मैंने जो बन पाया हमसे, मैंने उनके अपने क्षेत्र में जो योगदान दे रहे थे मैंने उनका हेल्प किया जो मुझसे बन पाया। और सर आज का मैं बता दूं, मैं बेटकर सर को सबसे पहले मैं सलाम करूंगा इस चीज के लिए, क्योंकि उन्होंने इतना बढ़िया सीरीज, इतना पर्व होने के बावजूद भी उन्होंने ये सीरीज को जारी कर रखा है और ये लगातार यज्ञ की आहुति में हमें शामिल करते हैं और हमेशा ज्ञान की का एक पिटारा खोलकर नए जिसे आप लोग को लाकर हम लोग को कुछ नया जानकारी मिलता है, बहुत कुछ जानने को भी मिलता है सर। और मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा सर, आपने बहुत अच्छी जानकारी साझा की है और ये अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम है, ये लगातार सर करवाते हैं, मुझे अच्छा लगता है। मैं पटना बिहार से जुड़ा हूँ और मेरा नाम सोनू कुमार मिश्रा हुआ। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. Now you can leave, Shaikh sir.